See, and I don't even like to say runs because people have careers. Like when people say runs to me, it's like, oh, you did this and then you had a dip. It's like, nah, my for me, my career has been steady. You
Mm.
know, maybe you didn't recognize all the stuff I was doing, but it's always progression. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it as I have a career. I don't look at runs. Like I hate that term, but just because like I think it's like you're not really paying attention to what I'm doing. You're just kind of like, oh, well, you had this big moment here, and then 3 years later you had another big moment. You know what I mean?
That's a very
But
good point.
but
I
that
feel
time in between, I was building towards that. Like I was still working. I still had commercial releases. I still had certain things going on. You know what I mean? And they're still artistically just as valid. Not sorry to cut you off, but
no. What you
yeah,
said is 100% valid. I was going to say a lot of the time when people say runs, they refer to the commercial releases, as in the singles, the ones that with
yeah,
a music video and everything. And in some people's mind, if I don't see it on the radio, sorry, hear it on the radio or see the music video, oh, he's not doing anything at the moment. There's loads of
right,
album cuts as well. So that
yeah.
I completely
I get
understand.
that. I get that.
I
I
completely get what
just
you're saying.
I just that yeah. I just think it's like it kind of like I'm not gonna say disrespects their legacy or whatever, but I think like there's certain people that have had I won't even say lows because like even if you look at Pharrell, there's a time where it was like the Neptunes weren't
Mm.
doing whatever, but then like he started doing movies and Despicable Me and whatever, and then he comes back with Happy, and then he's back on top again. You know what I mean? But when you look at, he was doing stuff in between that. He was working with younger artists. He was still developing his sound by himself, and it was still valid. He was still popping up here and there. You know what I mean? So I think like I don't like to, but I understand how people why people use that word. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's just like people have careers.
And then another thing is, if you're the sort of producer who's not in the music videos, who doesn't have a producer tag,
Right.
it's very easy to miss what they're doing. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Unless you're
Yeah,
one
for
of those
sure.
people that buys an album, turns to the back of it, and looks at the credits, I'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, he's still doing these things." Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.